The head of SETI will give a full press conference today.
All pods launched. Establish communications. Clear the Alpha.
Zero viewers. Woo. Thank you for the, I assume, the follow. Oh yeah, I need to... Let's see, can I add something on? Not sure. Cool. Well, just keep doing it like this, and I'll just talk to people. So currently playing Quake 2, just open GL mode. This is just the regular old Quake 2 that you can buy off the Steam store. It's nothing special. It's the same. It's the same old Quake 2 that you get, you know, back in the, what's it, late 90s, early 2000s, whenever it was released. Nothing fancy about it. G'day, Raptor. Ah, things are tracking quite well. I just thought I'd just play a little bit of Quake 2, then switch to Quake 2 RTX, and demonstrate why Quake 2, why the RTX cards, if you're getting it for ray tracing specifically, are not that great. So yeah, just playing a little bit of this just to give some examples. So this here, nice water, old school water, nice dark lighting, etc, etc. But yeah, nothing we haven't seen before in great detail. So now let's fire this up. Keep in mind this is also running from an SSD. So rightio.
Establish communications. Priority Alpha.
I don't know if you'll see it in the Twitch stream yet, but maybe you will. So it's a lot brighter. I've just left this at pretty much default settings. But frame rates have definitely taken a hit. Another thing that I also noticed, although you won't see it here, or maybe you'll see a hint of it, is that the frame rate is a lot worse. Not just a small amount worse, but a significant amount worse that I actually can't play. I can't play this game at full screen. The frame rate is just not good enough. G'day, Chris. Welcome to Quake 2 Ray Traced Edition. I'm sort of saving the cool bit, well, the comparatively cool bit for a moment. You can see my shadows on the wall there. Now, yeah, I'm quite relaxed. Now, the real thing that you really notice Although all of the RTX stuff seems to be very, very, very subtle. I mean, you see the lighting, it's all well and good. Here's where you notice things. Check out those reflections, check out the water. You can see my own reflection in it. So if I switch to the pistol... Oh mate, IL2, they're gonna have to work on multis and spreading the load of the CPU across multiple cores properly before they even think about doing something like this. DCS is not too bad. Yeah. The thing with Quake 2 is it was honestly not as good as Quake 1. But they tried to take Quake 1 and make it more story-based. But compared to modern games, yeah, it's modern games are just that Quake and Quake 2 were the games that started the brown. When I say started the brown, there was a time where games were actually colourful. And then Quake came out. And then everything was brown. So, just deal with this guy and all. So, boom. So, what was I saying? But yeah. Actually, what I will do, so you guys can get an understanding. I'm just about to answer that, Raptor. Okay, so I've just got to edit the scene to resize that a bit. So, okay, transform, fit to screen. Okay, so this is the game now running at my native res of my monitor, which is 3440 by 1440. Now, just standing here, looks fantastic, doesn't it? Wait a minute. Is it caught up yet? It doesn't look like it's caught up. Or it looks like it's frozen. One moment, I'll just edit that again and I'll... hide that one. Okay, and then unhide it. Yeah, it's not... that's... Okay. Okay, back to window mode and... there we go. There we go. So, looks fantastic. High resolution. I don't know if you can see that. but hopefully you get an idea. So, are you seeing that? And the game's so old they add ray tracing to it, and even on a 2080 Ti with a Ryzen 2700X CPU,
Remaining fire teams engaged in primary and secondary objectives.
I can't even get a smooth frame rate out of it. If you guys can still see that.
Reporting 80% failing vital sign track.
I was figuring out how to stop it from being frozen. Which I've done, but check out the frame rate. Especially when I turn my head. I mean, yeah, it looks great and whatever, but it can look great all at once, but if you can't get it to run at an acceptable frame rate on a $2,000 Australian graphics card, I mean, keep in mind, you know, I don't own Battlefield 5 because, you know, I have, you know, self-respect, but yeah, I just this is a, you know, 2,000 Australian dollar graphics card, and it's struggling to run Quake or Quake 2 at a decent frame rate, and
Bridge is down.
yeah, it's one thing to be happy about, take a hit to get better image quality, but yeah, it's quite another to accept that thing. But if I size the window down to the equivalent of as close as I can get to 1080p, performance is acceptable now, but even so, it's not something you really want. I mean, I'm playing a game from, what was it? Quake 2 was released in 1997. So that's like 12, 13 years ago. I've got what would consider to be a fairly beastly computer currently, yet I still still cannot maintain 60 frames per second anything above 1080p. Well, that's the thing. Nvidia's trying it. I mean, what they've achieved is fantastic. I mean, ray tracing's been around for a very long time, but Nvidia being able to do real-time ray tracing at 1080p, it is truly impressive, but
Recon data indicates active Marines are at 5% ground force operational status.
but this is their big sort of one of the massive selling points of their cards, and if I have to sacrifice resolution on a high-end computer to use this functionality, well, you know, they need to. They've got a lot of improvement to go, but without AMD functioning in the high end to compete with them, it's going to be a long while before we see rapid progress in this tech, as far as I'm concerned. Because there's nothing for Nvidia besides, no, the only person Nvidia is competing with this stuff is themselves. So unless AMD can come out with tech that means their mid and low range cards can perform the same or better in ray tracing situations, there's no incentive for Nvidia to push it fast, especially when they have worked out that they can charge $2,000 for a card that in the last generation would have been almost half that. Then further to that, it's, you know, it's only a 40%, roughly 40% increase in performance over the 1080 Ti, roughly, for, you know, going from what I paid, around $1,200 or $1,300 for a 1080 Ti to a you know, $2,000 video card, and only getting a 40% increase for the next generation.
Recon established. Confirm heavy fortification near enemy comm facility.
Location update.
So yeah, RTX is not worth it, and to be honest, the card's not worth the 2,000 I had to pay for it. However, I'm in a position where, well, firstly, I can actually spend that money. Not necessarily just flippantly, but you know, I get paid a reasonable amount. I can. Oh shit! I'm going to die. Cool. You know, not I can't spend it flippantly, but yeah. So just think if Nvidia is charging 2,000 Australian dollars for the RTX 2080 Ti, well, when we get to the 3080 Ti, what do you think they're going to charge then? Will it be, you know, $2,500, $3,000? What will it be? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It took me what 7-8 months to bring myself to spend the money on myself, let alone on anyone else. Not gonna happen. Anyway, this was only gonna be a short stream just to show you guys. Come on, get up. There we go. Just to show you guys what this whole ray tracing thing's about. Actually going to finish the stream up now, and I'll upload this to my YouTube channel, so those of you who want to can have a look at the short amount of Quake 2 I was playing before it, and then skip through to where I start playing it on RTX and check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch us later.